outside for a right-handed quarterback, and that's the person that all the pro teams said, we got to have that left tackle. We can find somebody else. The left tackle keeps our quarterback alive. Wilma off the right. Jason Fletcher, who's taken over tailback off the right side. Short of a first down, should be about third and a long 1 to 2.
Yeah, number 11, Jadine Wilson, was in on that tackle. Mustangs are staying with their basic two linebackers. They're not blitzing as much as second half, especially as the half wears on. They're just letting the linebackers chase the ball down, and they're kind of getting out of the blitz because it's not working.
We think Chidiwuma has a slightly turned ankle. We're not sure how serious. He's moving around, but he's not in the game right now. We think it's an ankle. Third and 2.
Procedure, too long. Well, Pasadena has hurt themselves twice in his drive by delay a game and illegal procedure.
Delay of game against Pasadena.
The amount of $47 jackpot winning. Lucky ticket number once again 784-520. Check your ticket stub.
3rd and 7 for Pasadena. 9:38 left in the ball game. Pasadena with the lead in the ball. 3rd and 7.
Mustangs in their 6-2 run defense. There's a whole host of Mustangs beating the man. 5 or 6 of them are on the ball. We're trying to unscramble it.
We have Jason Tennett listed off tackle.
Well, they're not finally. We're trying to find who's at the bottom. Greg Davis, number 72, was there. Number 85, Terrence White, was in on the tackle along with a host of other Mustangs.
4th and 6. We're now up to the everybody lookout play. We're up to the punt. And 3 times the Pasadena center snap has been over the head of the punter. Is that a Wilma back there? Yeah, Chidi Wilma is back into punt.
Well, one of the problems, the guy is standing back 17 yards.
He got it. Good charge. Gets it away. Decent punt. Inside the 30, inside the 25-yard line.
You'd have to have a cannon for an arm to center that far back. The punter for Pasadena is back 17 yards. My Lord, you'd have to have a torpedo to get that thing back that far. That's why he's over snapping.
That snap had more of a parabolic approach as opposed to a straight line, but it got to the right person at the right time. Coach, of the playoff situation, if MUIR wins, they win the league. If they lose, they're still going to be in the playoffs.
They still win the league. If they win, lose, or tie, they win the league no matter what. So,
how about Pasadena?
Pasadena has to win. If they're going to go to the playoffs, they have to win. They'll go in as the 3rd place team.
Arcadia is definitely in the mix. Will undoubtedly go to the playoffs, and it's up to Pasadena to get the 3rd spot.
Oh, McCullough found a hole. He's breaking. He's got speed. He's running hard. Good, tough run by McCullough. Number 6, cut back against the grain, found yardage, and away he went. That's his good sophomore running back, Sultan McCullough.
Darren Taylor and Tor Andrews again on the tackle, way downfield. Sultan McCullough has wonderful talent for a sophomore, for any age, but he is a sophomore. He will have a couple of great years ahead of him.
Yeah, he's also a member of Coach Turner's National Championship mile relay team.
Yeah, the kid can move. 7:53 left of the game.
Double tight by the Mustangs. A handoff to Haslett. Nothing going that time. The left side of the Mustang offensive line totally caved in there.
Darren Taylor adding to his tackle total. He's been in the middle of almost every tackle, either the tackle by himself. He's getting a lot of help, but he's right there all the time. He's hard to block. He sheds very well and good speed and very good size.
The Mustangs, for some reason, are very reluctant to throw. I guess they're going to keep hammering away and hope they get one of their good running backs open.
Pasadena's, their defensive backs is literally much deeper than we've seen in the past.
Oh, looking for the tight end. He's got a scramble. Morrison found a little hole. Got it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe made another yard. That was a well-designed play, but it was still covered, though. The defensive
good defense by James Scoggins and Tor Andrews to take away that look-in pass, which he wanted to do. And when he saw that, he had to put the ball down and tried to make some yardage. 6:44 left in the ball game. MUIR with the ball trailing Pasadena 14-7. This is Knox Wasley along with Jim Brownfield. 42nd annual Turkey Tussle from the Rose Bowl. 3rd and 8.
One of the things that's happened here, the Bulldogs have been able to tie Sean Haslett up pretty much. He has not been a factor yet in this game.
Yeah, and he usually just dominates.
Here comes the option with Morris. He keeps it. Oh, he breaks the tackle. There he goes! A great second effort. A great second effort by Morris. There was nothing going. Taking away everything.
That play got blown up the line of scrimmage, broke down completely. He just kept his feet and said, hey, they're all falling off. I think I'll run another 10 yards. Fine run. Tor Andrews makes the tackle downfield. Big first down on the 3rd and 7 play. That could be a key play in the game, folks. Very key play. There's the replay of it. He's tackled. Nope. This will go downfield. Run north-south. In the Rose Bowl, that's the way to make yardage.
They're in a running formation, double tight. There's a trap back to the short side. McCullough's still running hard. Oh, there's a flag.
Late penalty coming in. Very late penalty.
Might be a face mask. Let's see. When it comes that late, it's usually a face mask. Now, watch him prove me wrong. One thing this second half, all the MUIR running backs are running much harder. Even though the line still is not getting blocked. There it is.
Face mask against Pasadena. Referee Bob Hernandez. Umpire Bill Jackson. Head linesman Larry Martinez. Line judge Lee Hudson. Back judge Bob McQueen. Hernandez, the white hat, signaling the big big penalty against Pasadena. The ball is now down at the 22-yard line.
One of the things we said earlier, that we knew the Mustangs were going to raise their level of intensity, and for Pasadena to win, they were going to come up even higher than they were the first half. Well, they're playing at their level, but the Mustangs have risen way up now. Oh,
and then they do that. Yeah. That was not good.
That time, Morris ran into the running back. Dunn. They had a mix-up, reverse pivot, bang into each other, and they still got back to the line of scrimmage.
Terrence Hamptons and Jamal Rodell on the tackle that time. The mix-up in the Mustang backfield. Coach, I think Jack Luce had Pasadena. Their goal was to stop the tailbacks. I think that was their defensive plan. And they've done a good job of that. The tailbacks from here have not been nearly as effective as they usually are.
Here's McCullough with the ball. Bounces in, goes to the outside. Comes up, makes about 4 yards. That's that good-looking sophomore running back, Sultan McCullough. He's averaged 8 yards a carry this year. He's made 296 yards on 37 carries.
You coached his brother Saladin a couple of years ago at MUIR.
Oh, yes.
He gained some yards for you.
We have 3rd down.
He's got that same smooth action when he runs. Now the new tailback in.
3rd down and 5.
Haslett, who's been quiet in this game. Let's see what. Here's the counter. Oh! He comes to on a counter play. Nice.
Good counter, short of the first down.
Yeah.
It'll be 4th and less than a yard, I believe, maybe a yard. About the 12-yard line. 4 minutes left in the ball game. This is a lot of it, folks. This is one of those critical moments in the game.
This is, as you see, probably the most critical moment at this time for both squads. 4th down, a yard and a half to go. Mustangs call for a timeout. Coach Eric Johnson is going to get together with his offensive team. Coach Johnson is the co-head coach along with Tony Crestfield.
Eric Johnson on the field. Now that's him who was walking out to the MUIR huddle.
Yeah. By the way, Eric Johnson is a quarterback of his own right. He was a starting quarterback at St. Mary's when he was in college a couple years ago.
Up at Moraga, up north. He went to school in Pasadena area, didn't he?
Yes, he was at Maranatha High School.
And talk about Tony Crutchfield a moment, if you would.
Oh, yeah. He was our inside linebacker on the 85-86 championship teams at MUIR for the CIF titles. He was also All-State linebacker in 86.
And he went on to play at BYU, didn't he?
Right. Started for BYU as a strong safety.
Eric Johnson, technically speaking, co-head coach.
Right. Big down. 4th down and a yard and a half.
4th down, the board says 2. I'd say about 1.5 yards. But let's not argue over that. 4th and 2, 3:49 left in the game. You're trailing 14-7.
In their power, backfield, here it comes, the crossbuck. Oh, he's not going to make it.
Great play by Pasadena.
A crossbuck, he's not going to make it.
Terrence Hampton. Outstanding.
The left side of the Mustang line just caved in. Caved in.
52. Number 50, Terrence Hampton, ate up that play. Took a long time to get going. The Pasadena line overwhelmed the MUIR line. The game has been won in the trenches. The old cliche is certainly true today.
Yeah, if you say if there's any major effect on the game, it was the offensive defensive lines for Pasadena are just outplaying the Mustangs, and that's where it is.
If we had player of the game awards, the one would go to the offensive line and another one to the defensive line of Pasadena. They have done this game. And of course, the linebacker for Pasadena.
Yeah, MUIR's walked up real tight now. They're really playing run all the way.
Is that a woman back in there? Looks like it.
Number 5 made the play on
the
that.
turkey tussle, you shake off hurt ankles.
Yeah, you say that the Mustangs are playing for the run. The safety, number 5, Johnson, made the tackle for a loss. You're talking about DBs playing up on the line of scrimmage. They are saying, go ahead, Pasadena, you want to throw, fine, but we're not going to let you run.
2:49 left in the game, another timeout. The Bulldogs may be about to pull one here, about to slip one out of here. Coach, at the beginning of the game, we were talking about MUIR came out and planted the flag right in front of Pasadena. And you said at the time, MUIR doesn't need to do that. Pasadena doesn't need to be given a reason to wake up for the turkey tussle.
The turning point of the game might have been before the game even started, because as the introductions were going on, everybody was kind of doing their thing. They come out and stand, and then the MUIR kid ran out, planted the flag on the 50-yard line, and Pasadena went crazy.
Yeah, we almost had a fight before the game.
Right.
A lot of chest pumping at each other. Nothing came of it. Referees were nowhere to be seen, which was fine, not against them, but for everybody's sake. And the game got in the way, but that might have just done that one little more spark.
Yeah, what the old saying, don't sleep, don't kick a sleeping dog, especially a bulldog.
Yes, especially not a bulldog in the turkey tussle. They're high enough anyway. 2nd and 7. Just don't fumble as Pasadena Espino. Very close to a first down.
Very close. Huge hole opened up there.
Jason Fletcher, fine run up the middle.
On the left side of Pasadena, fired through there. Making the tackle was Jonathan Johnson. Now he's been real active this last quarter.
We have a referee timeout indicated on the field.
By the way, I would like to thank our spotters for tonight who've done an exceptional job for us. Tony Youssef and Jonathan Brownfield, the nephew of Coach Brownfield. We thank them for their very good work and very quick eyes. We're a long way away from the field up here. Long way away from the field up here.
By the way, they play on the Village Christian football team that is playing tomorrow night for the league title with LA Baptist. So both that's a rivalry like this. It'll be out of Kennedy High School, be a packed stadium.
Yep.
Where do you think I'm going to be tomorrow night? Pulling for the Crusaders, right? Is that what you guys are, the Crusaders? Okay. Well, they've done a great job spotting this. In fact, they have it all pointed out before we even looked at the list.
I'd also like to put in at this moment, this will probably be our last game of the year. We want to thank PCAC, L. Dyson, Director Lee Haynes.